Good morning, students. Welcome to first part of fifth chapter, that is Forms of Business Organization 1. In this chapter, we will discuss three topics. Number 1, sole proprietorship. Number 2, partnership. And number 3, that is Hindu undivided family. In today's session, we will start with the first topic, that is sole proprietorship. As we know, human wants are unlimited. These wants of people are increasing day by day. In the beginning, men's wants were limited, only 3 basic needs, that is food, clothing and shelter. Slowly, there was increase in the wants, and man, they became incapable to satisfy his needs by himself. So, he needed the help of other people. And because of that only, we can say that trading activities began through barter system. For activities of purchase and sale, they introduced different arrangements. And with that only, different forms of business organizations such as sole proprietorship, partnership, Hindu undivided family, cooperative society and joint stock companies came into existence one after the other. The form of sole proprietorship, that is the oldest and simple than other forms of business organizations. This form came into existence right from the beginning of trading. So let us start first the meaning of the word sole proprietor. Sole proprietorship is such a form in which the firm is owned and managed by only one person. The person who starts the business, he himself invests capital, starts and develops business, and even he himself only looks after the activities of business like purchase, sale, and even the result of business such as profit and loss, that also are borne by him only. According to Lewis and Henry, sole proprietorship is form of business organization in which there is only one person at the top who is responsible, who directs activities of business and bears the risk of failure only by himself. That means we can say that trader or sole proprietor is only and wholly responsible for his business. He only gives the direction to the persons who are involved in that business. He only bears all the risks of the business, like any kind of loss is there or insolvency is there. In that case, he only is responsible for all the risks which are involved in the business. Next topic, that is characteristics of sole proprietorship. First characteristic is easy to establish. Process of establishing the sole proprietorship form, that is very easy. Complexities of laws, that is not there. Any person who wants to start lawful business of his liking, of his choice, he can start very easily. Normally, people who like to go for this sole proprietorship form, they go for trading business only. Second characteristic, that is capital. In sole proprietorship form, owner himself brings the capital. Yes, if he finds the capital insufficient, then he can borrow money from his friends, from his relatives, or from any other financial institution even. But the owner himself is responsible to return this borrowed money, nobody else. Third characteristic, that is power of administration. Now, sole proprietor himself, he only is the administrator of business. He himself looks after the purchase, sale, collection, accounting work and so many other activities. Because of he is only the owner of the business, so he himself only is the manager. That means who manage the business. Of course, if he need, he can appoint one person even as a manager, but overall responsibility of the business is with sole proprietor himself. He only has got all the powers of administration. Yes, he can take help from his family members or even relatives, or even he can appoint some other salaried persons also. Fourth characteristic, that is freedom of work and quick decisions. In sole proprietorship form, owner has got 100% freedom of work because he himself is single person who manages the whole business. Of course, he can take advice from his employees, but he has got complete freedom. Same way, he can take quick decisions because he himself alone, yes, he can take help from any other persons, but final decisions are in his hands. So quickly he can take decisions by using his own intelligence and even experience. Fifth characteristic, that is liability. Now in sole proprietorship form, proprietor's liability is unlimited. Now question arises, what is unlimited liability? Unlimited liability means that for payment of debts, the creditors can put claim on the personal properties of sole proprietor in the court of laws. In other words, it can be said that when the sole proprietor incur loss in the business, so that times debts go on increasing, and for payment of that debts, if there are insufficient funds in the business, then only and only sole proprietor is liable to pay total debts from his personal properties. So that is why here in sole proprietorship form, proprietor's liability is unlimited. So this is one of the characteristic. Sixth, that is maintenance of secrecy. In sole proprietorship form, as trader only is the sole owner of the business, so 100% secrecy is maintained. Why? Because he doesn't share his business secrets with any other person. So maintenance of secrecy can be maintained very easily. Next, that is personal contact. In sole proprietorship firm, as the working area of business that is limited, even if industry also, that also scope of that is too limited, and even trading business normally, the sole proprietor, all these shopkeepers, traders, they go for this sole proprietorship firm only. So their area of business that is limited. So very easily with customers they can have personal contact. By keeping focus on the changing taste of customers, their requirement, fashion, demand, related to all these matters, they can give more satisfaction to the customers because they know what their choice is. So accordingly, they provide goods or services to the customers. Last characteristic, that is centralization of ownership and management. In sole proprietorship firm, the owner himself is the manager. So there is a centralization in ownership and management. In other business organizations, the owner and management are different entities. But here in sole proprietor, manager as well as owner, because of one person only, so 100% authority, responsibility, whatever decisions are to be taken, that is taken by one person only, who is owner only. So that is why centralization of ownership as well as management is there in sole proprietorship form. So these are 8 characteristics of sole proprietorship firm, which are very, very important from examination point of view. This is an end of this session. See you in next session. Thank you.